Since the first industrial revolution, humanity has managed to advance in several key ways, from the way we live to the extent that we are able to explore our planet. However, in the process, our modern world has developed an insatiable appetite for energy that it satiates with fossil fuels. Despite having known for decades anthropogenic climate change as a consequence, the demand for fossil energy has only grown, and with an increasing global population, it will continue to do so at an exponential rate. With the threat of anthropogenic climate change becoming irreversible, with our oceans rising and drowning our coasts and islands, and our forests set ablaze for months on end, the call for energy activism has been greater than it's ever been. Our future hinges on our ability to enact sustainable energy revolutions that can reach all levels of society, to change our current attitudes and behaviors around energy of excess consumption to more clean and sustainable ones. Of the many societal barriers in the way of the sustainable energy revolutions we desperately need in society, the greatest are the political economic barriers of fossil fuels and the social psychological barriers that plague sustainable energy activists and their causes. In terms of the political economic barriers of fossil fuels, with our modern global society entirely dependent on the production of massive quantities of energy to sustain itself, the allure of fossil fuels for the high energy output is nearly impossible for most countries to resist. This, in turn, is not helped by the immense economic and political influence that the fossil fuel industry wields to lobby for its interests worldwide. When it comes to socio-psychological barriers in the way of sustainable energy revolutions, as ordinary people, energy activists are prone to burnout and defeatism. The challenges that activists tackle in order for their causes to progress often require high amounts of emotional and physical energy to be expended, and humans are only ever capable of experiencing so much. With the fight to usher in clean energy at a global level having been going on for decades, generations of activists have become dejected while facing the obstacles created by the interests of the fossil fuel industry through their economic and political influence. This is where religion can come into play. Ian Barber was an American scholar known for his seminal work on the typologies of the relationships between religion and science. Of the four typologies he identified, his integration model is the most useful to approach the role of religion and activism with. The integration model puts forward a relationship in which religious and scientific values are able to exist within the same system with no contradiction to create divisions between either. Within the context of energy activism, this is extremely useful. Under the integration model, religion offers support for energy causes in three key areas, those being influence, organization, and motivation. For influence, the entrenched and sacred societal standing of religion and the personal influence it has on people make it an effective medium to promote causes. Aligning sustainable energy with religion allows for the mass integration of sustainable values within a significant portion of society over time. These influences eventually compound into the next benefit of religion, which is organization. Religious institutions often have powerful social and political influence in the world. By aligning energy activism with religion, major forms of influence can be gained by energy activists and their causes. And finally, for motivation, religion can provide the motivation and psychological comfort necessary to combat activist burnout and keep causes alive. The nature of religion provides the means to cope with the complexity and uncontrollable nature of the world, which offers a potent mechanism that can maintain and inspire motivations for a cause across generations. Thus, in the effort to manage and potentially reverse the impacts of anthropogenic climate change and usher in a new age of clean and sustainable energy, our energy revolutions need to align themselves with the many religions across the world to not only influence better energy attitudes and behaviors at an individual level, but also society one, to the maintenance and support of their root causes in the face of imposing barriers from both outside and within.